What's going on, YouTube? Back once again in the shed, and look, in the shed. Oh, it still twinges a little bit, but I'm a lot better today, much better. I think what, yeah, today, two weeks today it was since I fell off my bike, and yeah, it took 2 weeks for me to get to a point where I can bend down and pick stuff up, like without feeling like I wasn't gonna get back up. So not too bad. Still managing to recover in my old age. Could be worse. Got the old dwarf Cobbitshire pipe. I like it. Bring it out every now and again when I want to look sort of, you know, sit there and I'm like, what's this you say? A ring? Give it to me. I shall go visit a troll that happens to run a pawn shop. You know what to do with it. Good job that the world's not relying on me to save it, innit? Yeah, so in it, I got some Jermaine's plum cake. Finished off the last pipe's worth and got in a jar. At the moment, I'm surrounded by half empty jars and bits with like the little bits in the end, and trying to cane them all off, because this is the time of year where for the next couple of months my money's my own, so I'm gonna stock up on some tobacco for the year. I could buy bits throughout the year, but I need to, you know, fill up my chest just to give me that feel good feeling when I crack it open and go, yes. You know you do it, whether it's snuff, tobacco, or, you know, stamps or collector's cards, you know. You just open it and go, yes. Whatever your thing may be. So, yeah. Nearly at 300 subscribers. But it feels like it's torturing me a little bit. It keeps jumping up and down from like 300 from 290 up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's doing again at like 295, 96, 94. I think it's back at 95 now. I'm sure I'll get there eventually, and when I do, I was going to do a special. So I acquired myself some tins of Grizzly American Deer. I don't have anything like it in the UK, so I'm going to give that a go. Because I'm sure it'd be funny, because it'll probably be absolutely gross, but I'll give it a go. I might try and figure something else to spice it up with, but yeah. When we hit 300, there'll be a video. Don't worry about that. Last thing I'd like to stick up there before I get into the meat of the matter and do the review. Snoopy.com. I'm sure I know a few of you guys use snus like I do, and you've heard about the palaver of Snoopy.com being kicked off the platform, and he's gone to, I think he's gone to Snoopy.com or something, he's put all his videos on there, or on Utreon or something like that. But I got a sub the other day, and it was called Snooze Adventures. So I had a look, and it's only Chad, isn't it? So he's started up another channel. He says it's different in format and setup to the first channel. He's trying to play about with it and that. But yeah, he's got a tobacco growing series going on at the moment. Some good stuff on there. So, you know, he was doing well. He's been knocked off. He's back down with us mere mortals, trying to get them first couple hundred subs. So let's spread the love. And, you know, if you like Snoopy stuff before, it's Chad, you know, same sort of stuff. So I know I subbed, so I implore you to sub as well. That being said, I'm sorry, we're like 4 minutes in and I've not spoke about the snuff. So today we are doing forward to this one. As I said before, but I will say it in case there's people coming to this video that hasn't seen any of my other ones. Brill was made in memory of you know, much liked poster on the Facebook Snuff Taker forums, on the page, and I think it was really good that someone, I won't say who because of YouTube, but you know who it is. I could say Roderick. Yeah, he did it, and it was really nice of him to do it. So yeah, unfortunately he got COVID and he didn't fare well against COVID, and you know, it sucks, man, it sucks. And he was, you know, he was one of them guys that was really sort of like, he was involved. He was one of what I like to call the faces, you know, any sort of drama or something that needed sorting out, they pop up. If there's any confusion, they pop up. And if there's anything that, you know, a meaningful question that needs answering, they pop up, and they normally come up with the answers. So, you know, it was a real gutter. Like, for me personally, there's a few people out there that knew him much better than me, but for me, I just remember him sort of encouraging me on my early videos, putting up posts, and you know, it meant a lot. Everyone that did that for me in the beginning, it meant a lot. So without that being said, let's crack on and see what she's saying, shall we? And I cracked out an old favourite, found it in a box, the old flip spoon. Every snuff taker should have one. Okay, so Brill Artisan Snuff. To look at, it is very similar in look to a lot of artisan snuffs, or you know, them. There's a lot of, I'd say it looks more in like the sort of SP sort of territory, that sort of golden, goldenish brown, but a light brown, medium grind, and probably a medium moisture. Clumps up nice, but it fluffs up nice when you break it up and broddle it around. Yeah, so let's get on to the old tin note. Yeah, and you're getting, there's definitely a hit of menthol on it. And I'm sure there's a little bit of eucalyptus in this. I'm sure there is. But that's what I get. And camphor off the tin. Right. So let's jump in and see what the nose says. Oh, sorry. Ribs are still hurting when I do a good sniff though. If I'm screwing my face up, like, it's not because of the snuff, it's because of my pure ribs. We got a baddie. Okay, so you get a whack. It's got a nice bit of menthol in it, but I would say it's at the high end, but you know, it's a good high end. Like, for me, it's not painful, but it's a good bash. As I say, I'm sure it's got a little bit of eucalyptus in it, but it's definitely got that camphor burn, and I definitely smell the camphor. I said before I thought there might be clove in it, but I take that back. I don't think there is clove in it. Do you know what I think it was? I think it was, one, because I'd been taking toque, camphor and clove earlier on in the day, so it contaminated my nose. But I think as well, because a lot of the time when there's clove, there's camphor, I think that sometimes my brain thinks it's picking up the camphor, but it wasn't. Picking up clove, but it wasn't. It was camphor. So no, I don't think there's any clove in it. What have I said? Eucalyptus bit, camphor. You know, there's a good bit of camphor in there. Menthol. Yeah, it's a real. It's got a little bit of peppermintiness to it. You know, the menthol's like cool. That's what's different. It's not sharp and painful. It's a good hit of menthol, but it's quite cool and refreshing and quite smooth. That's kind of what I get from the menthol. I've got no idea how many I've taken, but the video's rabbiting on because I rabbited it on a bit. So I'm gonna come along and just say out of it. I can't not give it a pew 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 pew. I can't not, can I? So yeah, I approve it. It's not a bad snuff at all, and I think it's something that from, you know, what I know of Allen, it's something he would have really appreciated. Like, you know, it's his kind of snuff. So yeah, I think it's good. Not much more else I can say on it, other than I'm going to take one more, just because by law, under the cosmic, under a cosmic contract I signed, I have to do at least 3 bumps of every snuff that I do. And every time I don't, I lose 10 years. I look 10 years older if I forget. Hence this. So, I don't know, I rabbited on a bit, so I don't want to make this video super long. Nicotine, nearly forgot. I'm going to say medium nicotine. It's not low, but it's not super high at the same time. There's a good amount of nicotine. You're not going to want for it. That's all I can say, really. Yeah, it's a good one. So I think if you like menthols, if you like, there's nothing not to like about it. So go out and give it a try. So there you have it. Brill, made in memory of Allen Brill, who sadly passed on. So long, buddy. I don't really know what else to say. Don't really feel it is my place to say, but I said it anyway. I'm going to leave it there then. I don't think there's anything I forgot. I'm on the mend. I got loads of snuffs that I want to catch up on, so I might start banging out a few more videos over the next couple of weeks. They might come a bit loose and quick, so keep your eye on the channel, and until then I'm going to say remember to tap, pinch and toot, because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I've got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then I shall bid you farewell.